Hello, I'm Zane, and I've been in self improvement for a year. Today, I have a story to tell you so I can teach you a lesson. Today, at April 6th, 2024, I had to go into my shift to my 9 to 5 around 9 o'clock. Now, I'd worked the previous night and then left some stuff because I knew I was coming back that morning. I should have been there around 10 o'clock to start my shift, but I went in an hour or so early so I could get some stuff done before we opened. And I'd say from that 10 to around that 4 to 5:30 ish range, we were slow, like barely anyone going into the restaurant and ordering food. Just a couple random people. And around that 5:30 ish, all the way to 8 o'clock, we were hit. I'd say we barely had around 6 to 800 in gross sales by 5 o'clock. But then, well, not 5 o'clock, maybe a little over 1,000. Right? Let's be realistic. And then we got super hit. The phone was ringing, right? The phone. There was 10 people standing in line, and then when you're in window, in my position, you have to wash the dishes, take the orders, and make the milkshakes and anything dealing with ice cream. So, as people were ordering ice cream, I couldn't make the order, so I was just sitting back there as I took more orders that continuously became ice cream, right? Not everyone, but pretty often more people would come in and order a milkshake or something, which wouldn't be too bad if I wasn't surrounded by other ice cream orders, right? And the phone's going, multiple people calling like 8 times in a row. So I have a phone by me, and then they have like a home line phone that you'd have in your house. And so basically, they're sort of connected. I don't know how to explain it, but this one would ring, and then this one would ring. Like it's the same person, but it's divided so whoever's closest to whatever phone can pick it up, right? So this one goes off, this one goes off, this one goes off, this one goes off. After a minute of ringing, stops, and then boom, immediately again, same person. Ring, 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 and they have different tones. It's just super annoying. Really irritates you, especially as you're trying to take orders and you can't hear because people are blasting music back there, and the phone's right beside your ear, ringing constantly for like 5 minutes straight. People calling 8 times in a row, and there's like five different people, and all kinds of stuff going on. And then people getting upset because the food's not done. I'd say we got an order of like 10 pizzas, including subs and stuff, going all the way back there. So the person who's in pizza was super stressed, and they didn't get to go on break for a while, which I would say I am proud of them. They did pretty good with holding themselves than they usually do. So they did good today. And the grill, they they weren't as packed as pizza, but they were pretty packed, right? So congrats to them as well. But like I said, there's tons of people coming in line. They're ordering ice cream. I have to shout back to say, "Who's this? Is this done? Is this done?" Go back, hand them the food, then they leave, and then someone else comes up, pays, and I'm gonna tell you something here, especially, and I'm sure if you're in a restaurant, you know this. The restaurant can be dead for like 30 minutes to an hour, or close to 2 hours, and then all of a sudden, boom, like 20 people come in, a whole big family, and some strangers in there, and then the phone starts ringing. Like they had all the time in the world to call, but they wait until people start coming in to take orders, or for me to take their orders, and it just doesn't make any sense. it's so coincidental that it's not coincidental. Like it's always planned. If you have a dead time, everything's gonna happen at once. So the important lesson here I'm teaching you is to develop stress tolerance. Because as I was trying to make milkshakes and more people coming in, I might have looked calm on the outside besides my rapid movements because I was trying to get stuff done so I could get home early, which I didn't get home early, but oh, I'd say earlier than I would have. But the people just kept coming in. I'm taking the orders. I'm making the milkshakes. I might have looked calm on the outside, but on the inside, I'm like, I hate this. I just want to go home. Tired. I've had one 3 minute break and I had like a 12-hour shift. And I had one 3 minute break, which really sucked, to be honest. Because everyone else is going out and break to get through smoke breaks, whatever, which is fine. But after all those people just hitting you, you get super stressed, and then you have to yell back at this. Then that person's stressed back there, so they're a little irritated with you. So then that makes you even more irritated. Then the people that aren't getting their food fast and quick and swift, and they're getting irritated out there. And it's just a war zone. It might sound absurd to say, but it is like a war zone. And I believe, although I'm not totally successful right now, I believe having stress tolerance is a very powerful tool to have in your tool bag, right? It's important to have because if you break down in the middle of a stressful situation, how can you expect to be successful when you go bankrupt and you just start freaking out and then putting holes in your walls and then start just being emotional towards other people and say things that you don't mean, and then things happen that you didn't, that made things even worse because you couldn't remain stoic because you haven't built up a stress tolerance. So that's the lesson for today. Build up your stress tolerance.